Was David hasty in recovering the ark? Did he contribute to Uzzah acting carelessly? Do we sometimes unthinkingly act for God contrary to his will? Let's look at 2 Samuel 6. Did David plan to bring the Ark of the Covenant to Jerusalem? David brought together 30,000 of Israel's best soldiers and led them to Baalah in Judah, which was also called Kiriath-Jearim. They were going there to get the sacred chest and bring it back to Jerusalem. The throne of the Lord, all-powerful, is above the winged creatures on top of this chest, and he's worshipped there. They put the sacred chest on a new ox cart and started bringing it down the hill from Abinadab's house. Abinadab's sons Uzzah and Ahio were guiding the ox cart, with Ahio walking in front of it. Some of the people of Israel were playing music on small harps and other stringed instruments, and on tambourines, castanets, and cymbals. David and the others were happy, and they danced for the Lord with all their might. Did Uzzah break a rule against anyone but a Levite touching the Ark of the Covenant? Was David angry at God? And when they came to the threshing floor of Nacon, Uzzah put out his hand to the ark of God and took hold of it, for the oxen stumbled. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against Uzzah, and God struck him down there because of his error, and he died there beside the ark of God. And David was angry because the Lord had broken out against Uzzah, and that place is called Perez Uzzah to this day. And David was afraid of the Lord that day, and he said, "How can the ark of the Lord come to me?" So David was not willing to take the ark of the Lord into the city of David. But David took it aside to the house of Obed-Edom the Gittite. And the ark of the Lord remained in the house of Obed-Edom the Gittite 3 months. And the Lord blessed Obed-Edom and all his household. Was David overjoyed to finally bring the Ark of the Covenant to Jerusalem? It was reported to King David, "The Lord has blessed Obed-Edom's family and all that belongs to him because of the Ark of God." So David went and had the Ark of God brought up from Obed-Edom's house to the city of David with rejoicing. When those carrying the Ark of the Lord advanced 6 steps, he sacrificed an ox and a fattened calf. David was dancing with all his might before the Lord wearing a linen ephod. He and the whole house of Israel were bringing up the ark of the Lord with shouts and the sound of the ram's horn. Was Michal disgusted by David's undignified dancing in public before the ark of the covenant? And the ark of the Lord was coming into the city of David. Saul's daughter Michal was peering out a window, watching King David jumping and dancing in the Lord's presence, and she despised him in her heart. They brought in the ark of the Lord, set it in place inside the tent that David had erected for it, and David sacrificed burnt offerings and peace offerings in the presence of the Lord. After David had finished sacrificing the burnt offerings and peace offerings, he blessed the people in the name of the Lord of the heavenly armies and distributed to all the people, the entire multitude of Israel, including both men and women, a cake made of bread, one made of dates and one made of raisins to each one. Then all the people left, each headed for home. Did Michal's snooty insults prove too much for David and permanently ruin their marriage? Then David returned to bless his household, and Michal, the daughter of Saul, came out to meet David and said, "How glorious was the king of Israel today, who uncovered himself today in the eyes of the handmaids of his servants, as one of the vain fellows shamelessly uncovers himself." And David said to Michal, "It was before the Lord, who chose me before your father, before all his house, to appoint me ruler over the people of the Lord, over Israel. Therefore will I play before the Lord, and I will yet be more vile than thus, and will be base in my own sight, and of the maidservants which you have spoken of them shall I be had in honor." Therefore Michal, the daughter of Saul, had no child to the day of her death. What would happen if anyone other than the sons of Kohath touched the ark? Does doing things our way instead of God's way please God? Are we guilty of disregarding God's instructions to prioritize our church traditions? When Aaron and his sons have finished covering the holy objects and all the furnishings of the sanctuary, when the camp is to set out, after that the sons of Kohath shall come to carry them, so that they will not touch the holy objects and die. These are the things in the tent of meeting, which the sons of Kohath are to carry. Was David hasty and unthinking because the ark was to be carried on the shoulder and not by ox cart? Are we hasty and unthinking? But he didn't give any to the sons of Kohath, because theirs was the service of the holy objects, which they carried on their shoulder. Did David finally learn who alone had authority to carry the ark? And David said, "No one but the Levites may carry the ark of God, because the Lord chose them to carry the ark of the Lord and to minister before him forever." Was David hasty in recovering the ark? Did he contribute to Uzzah acting carelessly? Do we sometimes unthinkingly act for God, contrary to his will? You decide.